By sunrise, she's marching with a sign in the air. Hashtags flying everywhere. Paint on a jacket, fire in her eyes. Truth gets louder when the camera's live. She says she's saving the world in 4K light. Different stage when it's neon night. By day she's preaching revolution plans. By night she's paying bills with OnlyFans. Cape in the closet, heels in her hand. Fighting the system and the algorithm. Having only friends ain't part of the plan. She funds the movement with OnlyFans. Glitter on boots, spotlight glow. Crowd goes wild at the midnight show. Clock strikes 12, but sauna flips. Justice and drama from painted lips. Megaphone power, chant so bold. Truth gets flexible when the story's sold. By day she's chatting through city halls. By night she's working behind paywalls. Hero or villain, depends who stands. She's got subscribers, not just fans. Saving the world, one live stream scan. Funding the fight with OnlyFans. True mask, one mission, split screen fame. Every cause needs a funding stream. Is it justice? Is it brand? Is it power in her She's got a banner and a backup plan. Megaphone queen with a payment scan. Cape in the daylight, cash in hand. Truth goes viral when it's well lit and planned. Superhero in high demand. Powered by rage and OnlyFans. And OnlyFans.
All right, good morning, Marianas. It is Thursday morning, 7:35. We have so much stuff to get to. We got weather, we got sports, we got news, we got special guests. We've got the folks from the National Weather Service who are going to be on with us this morning to let us know about Tropical Depression Nuri and its track toward the Marianas. We also are going to have our U.S. Congresswoman Kimberly King Hines joining us this morning. But first, let's get you those headlines from the Associated Press.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. U.S. and Israeli airstrikes pounded Iran again today.
We've knocked out their Navy. We've knocked out their Air Force. We've knocked out all of their anti-defense.
President Trump telling reporters,
We have hit them harder than virtually any country in history has been hit. And we're not finished yet.
but somehow Iran continues to strike back. John Gambrell reports from Dubai.
The ongoing Israeli-American war on Iran is boiling down to one key question: who can take the pain the longest? The world's economy is increasingly being affected by the fact that Iran is targeting oil infrastructure in the Gulf Arab states. Iran also has attacked ships in the Strait of Hormuz, that's the narrow mouth of the Persian Gulf, through which about a fifth of all natural gas and oil traded passes. There's also a lot of the world's fertilizer that moves through there as well. This is having a knock-on effect with higher gasoline prices and other commodities being affected. And the Iranians have insisted that they're not going to allow a single liter of petroleum to move through there. That's crucial as the Iranians are trying to pressure the wider world into getting Israel and America to stop its airstrike campaign.
In response, the International Energy Agency has agreed to release 400 million barrels of oil from emergency reserves, the largest amount in its history. Oil prices did rise today, but not to the peaks hit Monday. Brent crude, the international standard, rose 4.8%, settling just below $92 a barrel. U.S. crude up 4.6% to $87.25. On Wall Street, relative calm in the stock market. The Dow fell 289 points, or 0.6%. The S&P lost less than 0.1%, while the Nasdaq had a small gain. Inflation held steady last month. Consumer prices up 2.4% in February compared with a year earlier. But that was before the attack on Iran sent energy costs soaring. This is AP News. The Jeffrey Epstein files continued to shake politics overseas, particularly in Britain, with more government records of Prime Minister Keir Starmer's appointment of Peter Mandelson as ambassador to the U.S. Jill Lawless reports from London.
Starmer's now facing a political storm over his judgment, or lack of judgment, in appointing Mandelson to that important job. The documents released may add to the questions he has to answer. And that report notes that appointing Mandelson would carry reputational risks because of his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. This batch of documents is just the first release in what's anticipated to be thousands and thousands of pages relating to Mandelson's appointment and his time as ambassador. One key piece of evidence that hasn't been released is what Mandelson said in response to the questions that were put to him about his friendship with Epstein. The government says that will show that Mandelson lied to Starmer and that Starmer acted in good faith.
That's the AP's Jill Lawless reporting from London. There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. The rhythm and soul, in so many ways. Together we rise, through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Our connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rock on to feel the soulful flow. Look right on in Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight behave. Some signs that the tinted fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
Good morning, Marianas. Well, you are just waking up today, and some of you guys are shaking off the cobwebs. I'm part of that club, too. It was a busy day. It's been a busy week so far, and we've had so much going on. I can tell you for sure that we've got more coming. Speaking of things that are coming, we got weather that's on its way, and we're going to put him on the screen right now. He's probably like, what's going on with that music in the background? But I got it off now because we're going to go right to the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who says, tripod? We don't need no stinking tripods. We've got Landon Idlet there from the U.S. National Weather Service over there in Guam, and I'm seeing some regional flags up there behind you.
Yeah, I'm over here on the ops floor today. I'm on a field trip right now because my desktop computer is offline and I've not had a chance to get a secondary replacement. Plus, I left my tripod at home last night while talking to Candid yesterday evening. So it's a pain.
That's what you get for talking to Candid. Sorry, Troy. Just kidding, buddy.
Yeah, I know. It happens.
Hey, but it is good to see you over there, even though it looks like you're going through an earthquake. It is good to see you on the ops floor.
It happens. I got one of our new forecasters, Josh, over there in my background. He's fairly new to the island. He was supposed to be vetted and certified yesterday in an office forecaster board, but we're going to delay that maybe till next week. So we might knock off some points from his final score because of the delay, but we will see. Otherwise, once approved, he will be our newest senior forecaster here at the National Weather Service.
No kidding. That's great. And enjoy it. You'll be there for the next 20 years. That's how it seems to work.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go talk about this tropical depression. So we do have a lot of showers and thunderstorms out there sitting just to our west. It's a beautiful morning otherwise across the Mariana Islands. Light winds, I think they've been predominantly out of the east and the southeast across Guam and the CNMI, but we are watching some showers encroaching on Saipan and Tinu at this point, and they could be packing some gusty winds, possibly from the northwest or the west. I'm going to take you over to the radar right there. So there we are looking at those showers coming in. So it might be a beautiful morning to start out in calm conditions, but the wilder, wetter weather is sitting just offshore to the west. We do expect the showers to gradually increase across the islands as Nuri in some form does approach the area. And so I'm going to come back down to the satellite picture, showing the overall picture. We got a little bit of a daytime imagery now. It's at 7:30, but we're going to wait to see more daytime imagery as we go through the next couple of hours. But let me switch over to the colorized infrared, and we'll show you what we're looking at. Nuri is on its life support, and we're going to be communicating that very shortly in our email package. It's going to be going out maybe in about 15 or 20 more minutes. But notice that those pinks, blues, that's the deeper convection, the core of showers and thunderstorms, the heavy weather that's associated with the core of this disturbance. It disappeared overnight. This was about where the center of Nuri was located overnight. And you notice that deep core of convection just went away overnight. So that's a signal of a very unhealthy tropical cyclone. That's good news for us, but bad news for Nuri if it wants to survive. So it is on its life support. We're starting to see a little bit of flare up right there at the end of the loop. We're going to have to see how that evolves over the next several hours. But if things don't start to improve dramatically for Nuri, I think the lifespan of the system indeed will be very short. So this will be the graphic coming out very shortly from us. We'll be pushing this to Weather Service, U.S. National Weather Service Guam Facebook page, showing that tropical depression Nuri. Based on the advisory from Joint Typhoon Warning Center at 7 o'clock this morning, they are no longer anticipating it becoming a tropical storm. They're still holding the intensity this morning at 35 miles per hour. That's been holding steady since yesterday. Again, we're not anticipating it becoming a tropical storm. Things would really have to turn around in the next 12 hours for it to have any chance. But as it starts to move northeastward, the environment's going to become increasingly hostile for any further development, which is the good news. So again, only the tropical storm watches we have in effect right now for Yap proper and Ulithi. We have no watches or warnings for tropical cyclone threat to Guam or the CNMI, and we do not anticipate those. However, while we're not expecting any significant tropical impacts, those showers and thunderstorms, all this gusty wind over here, that's going to be moving our way into the Mariana Islands as we go through to the day today. So it's a very unsettled weather pattern, much as we've seen for literally the last 10 days, it feels like, with potential for showers, thunderstorms, and the possibility of locally heavy rainfall. And again, when these tropical showers do push over, they can drop some significant rainfall rates and a lot of rainfall in a very short period of time. And so there's a forecast track. This is the latest from Joint Typhoon Warning Center, 4 o'clock this morning, a very mitigated lifespan, keeping as a tropical depression as it tracks northeastward. And they do have the this core system dissipating in about 36 to 48 hours. Just a very unhealthy situation. So that is the good news for us. These northeastward moving systems from Yap to the Marianas, they're very not impossible as we see here, but very uncommon. And it's just, again, still in a wintertime pattern across the North Pacific, just a very unhealthy system overall. So that's working to our benefit. But again, keep your head on swivel because we're going to have showers, thunderstorms, and the potential for locally heavy showers and gusty winds over the next 36 hours or so. The weekend looks much improved, and we could see breezy, drier conditions developing Sunday and Monday.
So it looks like the folks living on the western side of the island going to get a little bit more wind in their face instead of it coming over the ridge this week.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And send my condolences to the Crown Plaza Hotel. I know that lone sentinel in the surf right there on the beach, that tree finally collapsed. I took some photos of it, I think Friday evening before I flew out Saturday morning. It was just that one lone tree standing right on the Crown Plaza beach. And Glenn Polycare sent me a photo that it finally toppled over from the erosion. So
Jeez.
My condolences to the Crown Plaza. It did its best to mitigate erosion on the beach.
Yeah, no kidding. And, all those beaches over in that area, all the property owners, or I should say nobody owns the beach, right? Hey, that works. But all the folks with hotels over there have been doing what they can to keep what they've got as far as the beach goes. So it's a rough one, and it just keeps whipping in there. And, what a lot of people talk about was that it's been because the dredging of the channel, but it seems to be a bit more than that.
There's a lot of factors when it comes to sand and ocean, and talk to anybody from the Outer Banks. It's an endless battle and one that you will lose to nature. So we always have to do what we can to mitigate those problems with erosion and sandy surfaces along the beach, because nature is always in flux, as are the sandy beaches.
That's great. Well, it looks like, so basically we're hoping, our fingers are crossed, that this Nuri just starts to go away on its own based on this. But I could tell you, it sounded like you might have been rooting for it a little bit.
Well, we never like death. We always like life. But, it's something, it's still out there. And so we do have to watch it very closely. And so even if it does dissipate in 36 to 48 hours, and no longer exists as a tropical cyclone, this remnant system will be bringing showers, thunderstorms, and the potential for locally heavy rainfall that we do have to watch very closely over the coming hours. So again, those gusty winds, we're still anticipating those to develop across the CNMI tonight, through tonight, and tomorrow night. And so those loose objects do either bring them down, bring them inside, or secure them as those gusts will start to set in later today. Again, from the southwest. This will not be a trade wind pattern. This is going to be from the southwest, kind of a monsoonal feel.
All right. Well, that's great. Great heads up for me. I appreciate it. And just so you know, you're important to us, even if there's not a storm. So you don't have to love those things. But I know this is the field. This is the thing that gets you going. And it does get a little exciting to see those things whip up.
Yeah, and we're always on the edge of our seats because we never like surprises with these systems, and sometimes surprises happen. And so it's just been very erratic. And the billion-dollar question is, do these things ever happen in March? And of course, you look back to 11 years ago, we had Tropical Storm Bobby was spinning up in the Western Marshall Islands, and that system eventually came and passed through Guam, Rota, and the Rota Channel around March 15th, 2015. So that was just 11 years ago. And so that year also brought us Typhoon Dolphin. That was around May 15th, 2015. So 2015 was a busy year. Is this an indicator of the things to come this year? Hang around and we'll find out soon.
Man, I remember Dolphin because it ended up getting Rota and getting them pretty good. And that was back in my CUC days. By the way, just some folks saying hey to you this morning, saying good morning. Annie Dollar saying good morning, Sir Landon, on the phone. My favorite comments are, there's two of them from Saipan Nanny saying, thank you, Landon. And then, and followed up with another hashtag blame Brandon.
Yeah, Tobat.
that is picking up steam across the
hashtag blame Brandon when the weather forecasts are wrong. Yeah, blame Brandon.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
Compliments otherwise to me and the staff.
That is awesome. Hey, great stuff. Thanks so much for today. Anything else that we need to know weather-wise before we get out of here?
Yeah, just keep a close watch on things. The story is not over yet. It's still out there, and as long as it's upstream of us and coming our way, we have to watch it very closely and anticipate any kind of changes. So weather.gov/GUM for all the latest, most up-to-date weather forecasting information, and also our Facebook page, U.S. National Weather Service Guam. We'll be posting some stuff up there very shortly.
All right. And, you guys were doing that yesterday. I wanted to do it, but I was there at that economic forum last night. And so I couldn't get it. I got the message. I'm like, as I'm doing this thing. The other one is I noticed in your email, you talked about the National Weather Service cyclone page. That's probably been around forever. I just had not seen it before. Yeah. It's great. Also,
yes. Yeah, there's a lot of information on that page, and we have a lot of probabilistic charts and graphics up there. I'll be sending some of those graphics in the email package that'll be coming out maybe about 15 or 20 minutes. But I'll be sending some of those graphics. But yeah, weather.gov/gum/cyclones That's the tropical cyclone page, and we've had it for many, many, many years. That's where you find all the specific text bulletins and graphics affiliated with any active tropical cyclones in our region.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Landon. You're always there whenever we need to hear about what's going on. Plus, we get to have you once a week. Today was just a bonus day because of the storm that's blowing through. So thanks for taking the time.
Probably tag up tomorrow before the weekend too. I know that's a lot of questions from people, but again, this is not something to really stress over, nothing to be anxious about. Again, when things get names and numbers affixed to it, people panic, but this is not something to panic over, but just watch closely and take the basic precautions.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and take care of Josh. We got to see him grow up and to be a fully grown-up meteorologist over there, a forecaster.
Yeah, we will nurture him dearly.
All right. Yeah. Did you order the code red? You're right. I did. All right. Thanks. That's a hashtag code red, Joshua, in the background too. All right. Well, thanks so much, Landon. We'll talk to you tomorrow as we see what's going on, and we look forward to that email too. All right, that is Landon Idlet. He's given us the latest update with what's happening with regards to that storm. So the good news is it looks like it's not going to get crazy, but he was saying that based on what was happening back in 2015, anything could happen, so there's still a chance. So we're going to get an update from the National Weather Service here pretty soon, and then we're going to hear more. All right, speaking of more, we have a whole lot more. We've got news, sports, and our Congresswoman coming up right after this.
Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your Bush today.
If you think girls and women's equality matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports, because it's, well, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, fairness, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now. And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with you.
All right, welcome back, Marianas. Now we got some sports from Fox Sports.
Fox Sports Update. The 2026 NFL calendar begins today. 4 o'clock Eastern Time. NFL 2026 opens for business. All the trades agreed to in the offseason will be made official. Free agency begins. The Baltimore Ravens, who backed out of their trade to get All-Pro defensive end Max Crosby from the Raiders, are getting a different top-tier defensive end. ESPN reports the Ravens have agreed to a 4-year contract with 4-time Pro Bowler Trey Hendrickson, who will leave the Cincinnati Bengals after 5 seasons, to sign a 4-year deal worth up to $120 million with incentives with the Ravens. Hendrickson led the NFL in sacks in 2024. The Ravens have created around $40 million in salary cap space by restructuring the contract of quarterback Lamar Jackson. The Bills created around $12 million in spending space. They reworked quarterback Josh Allen's contract.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
3 months since NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell told the Wall Street Journal that the league was thinking of adding a second game on Black Friday, ESPN reports the NFL is considering adding an appetizer to the holiday week menu with a game on Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
83 points for Bam Adebayo. He will come out of the game and hear it from the crowd.
NBA history Tuesday on FanDuel Sports Network Sun. In the Miami Heat's 150-129 win over the Washington Wizards, Bam Adebayo scored 83 points, second all-time to Wilt Chamberlain's 100. 2 points more than Kobe Bryant scored in a game 20 years ago. Favorite to win the World Baseball Classic, Team USA might not even get to compete in the knockout rounds. Tuesday's 8-6 shocking loss to Italy dropped Team USA's record to 3-1. They're done with the pool stage and need help to advance out of it. The U.S. will move on if Italy beats Mexico tonight, or if Mexico wins a 9-inning game but does not score more than 4 runs. You can listen to and follow the Fox Sports Podcast at foxsports.com or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jared Max.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Nina's Kitchen, so delicious. I need a burger and a soda with it. It tastes so great, got me so addicted. Let's hop in the car, gotta go and get it.
All right, welcome back, Marianas. It is 7:59. We are one tick away from 8 a.m. here on Thursday morning. I don't know what you guys did for Hump Day, but I'll tell you, we had a crazy busy day. No doubt about it. We had stuff from the morning. I had to get prepped and finally snuck in a quick haircut that we've been trying to get in forever. Thanks to the folks over there, Fresh Factory, just down the road. In a Fitness. My gosh, that is the best place. I love it. I'm so glad I get to get in there and get the sweet cut from Benji. Is my guy when I go in there. And I'm telling you, you get the full-on cut. They even do the shave. They do the wash the hair, the little like back, the arms, the whole like face thing, the hot towel, you name it. Geez, just amazing. If you're not getting your haircut there, please let me know where you're going, because I got to introduce you to my guy. Actually, maybe I don't want to, because I want it to be easier for me to get in there. I know that's terrible for business. All right, I'm actually pretty happy when they got plenty of business, because that's how I know that that place is going to stay open and they're going to keep going. It is a great spot and their rates are great. So give them a call over there at the Fresh Factory, Saipan. Hey, by the way, great to see all you guys out there. Marianne Kaliliman says, our weather is amazing. Great day to shake and bake like Typhoon Condition 1. No joke. I love it. Evelyn Congo is with us this morning saying, good morning. Great to see you. Elena Dos saying, good morning, sir. Well, good morning, ma'am. Great to see you. And also, Marianne was saying, lesor moi moi. Oh, this one's going to be tough. Hold on. It moved up. Oh, okay. Nagalingami? I'm working on it. I got to work on it. It's the first time I heard it like that. Naliami? You got to help me with that. I'm going to need help. I need help, folks. I want to get that one right. But anyway, it's great to see you, Marianne. Thank you so much for being here. Eric Mopnus, my veteran brother, is in the house. By the way, today is the VFW meeting day. If you are a veteran and you're not a part of the VFW and you're eligible to be in the VFW, we need you for sure. And we need your support to help keep that national level stuff going. While we do a lot of great work on the ground here with Project Buddy Check 670, a lot of us are also VFW members, and by supporting the VFW, we're supporting not only that little home for vets here, we're also supporting the national level stuff. So when people call you out for your benefits and all that other stuff, or when they try to erode our benefits, you know who's up there on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C.? The VFW. So become a member of VFW today, like my buddy Eric, who's out there, who says, hey, good Thursday morning, Wednesday in the U.S., CNMI, Brad, Parpeeling, Landon, and everyone listening to this wonderful station. Have a blessed and safe day. Take care, drive safely, and buckle up. Yes, indeed, we will. Thank you so much. Always a nice, uplifting message. Neta de Leon Guerrero says, see you at the NMC Career Fair tomorrow. That's right, we will be there. And we are looking for you, future reporters. We're going to find out what you're able to do, what you're looking to do, how many hours you got in you. Maybe you just want to hang out and high five. We could do that too. The other thing is I hope there's going to be a coffee vendor, because we are going to be hurting tomorrow if there isn't, for sure. So if we're going to be rocking tomorrow's show, we'll be doing it there from the career fair tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that over at World. Who else we got out there? Luisa Cabrera is in the house. She is the absolute best. Oh my God, one of our OGs, all baseball, all the time, and just a great lady. So great to see you. Saipan Nenny, I was dying with your comments. I was just totally cracking up. You had me going, and it was awesome. Annie Dalag is there, and it's great to see you. Thanks so much for being back here as well. And Atau, Queen of the Cat Gifts, in the house. Great to see you. And man, so many more of you. Randy Jim De La Cruz Catubo is in the house too. She's with us. Thanks. So great to see you. Thanks for being here with us. Phoebe Grace Cable is here also, saying good morning, Marianas from Colorado. Great to see you all the way out there, spending those long distance dollars to watch the show today. Wink. Sublisten08 says Les Bread and the NMI fam gangs. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. And Frank Rasa, also really great to see you, saying good morning, Brad's at Marianas. We even have 671 Far From Home saying buenas over there on the YouTube side. And I know we've got you guys from all over the place who are watching. And this place is better because of you. When you guys send us news tips, when you call us, when you give us updates about things that are going on, it makes our reporting better. It makes our show better. We're just better in our community, even there. Hey, Jay Sanchez, no way. He says, let us know when you're interviewing for co-hosts of your 2026 election coverage live stream. Morning, Bud. Morning, Mary Oz. Oh, my God. Does that mean you want to do this? I'm telling you, I have so much fun for election coverage, and I hope you guys do, too. For the last 3 elections, we ended up partnering up with LJ Castro, Definicisu Mestizu, a wealth of information and history and stories. And I'm telling you, we can definitely lean on that. It would be a lot of fun. Jay, if you want to get in and have some fun with us, that would be awesome. I can't promise you much, but I could say that I'm sure we're going to have food and some drinks. Well, not those kind of drinks. We're not going to be boozing it up. You're in the multi-purpose center. I hope that will be the last time we're allowed in the multi-purpose center, when we start getting loud and having too much fun. But we will have some good stuff. In fact, last time out, we got some support from the folks over at PHI Pharmacy. They gave us some great energy drinks to help keep us through. Because, you know, those counts take a long time. No, not like one ballot. Not those kind of counts. But when they are counting the ballots, it does take a while. And when they're waiting for them to come in, when they come in by boat, when they come in by plane, when they come, not train, they're not doing trains, but when they do get in there, you see the boxes come up. So we've been able to do this since before it was cool, to bring you the live stuff. And it's one of our favorite things to do. And in fact, this year, one of the things that we want to do too, why it'll be even cooler coverage with you this year, is because every time we add a little something more to that election coverage. And this year, you know, we have gone out to the camps, but we want to have people there the whole time. and we can run the whole broadcast like we normally do from the multipurpose center, but we'll be able to throw to those live interviews while you're out there in between as we go back and forth. So great stuff all around. I can't wait. I mean, this election is going to be a big one. It is. There's nothing minor about this. And this will be our 4th election that we cover. Now, that's how long, because we did it before this was our full-time job. You know, we just liked doing it. And so this is it, baby. This is it. It's a good idea for you sponsors too. You could be a sponsor of our election coverage. You know, we're going to be there like at least, I mean, I think last time it was like 22 hours or something like that from when we started to when we finally finished. It was an all-night thing. So getting in on that election coverage sponsorship, you're going to be on there a lot. No doubt about it. All right. Well, speaking of elections, the people who get into office, it's their jobs to do a whole lot of great stuff for us. And we're going to have our U.S. Congresswoman with us this morning. Now, she is trying to fit us. She'll be here. But she's fitting us in with all the other stuff that she's doing. When she comes back here, she tries to fit in so many different things. And we're just thankful that we are part of that. Especially, talk about some topical stuff. And yesterday was pretty heavy stuff at the Economic Forum. If you haven't seen it already, we've put the post up there on the on all the socials, on the Instagrams and all that stuff, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You could see the video that's got her remarks in it. You can listen to them in their entirety, and on the website we've got her full remarks posted too. I know we transcribed it, but we got it from her staff. So we're able to put that whole thing on there. And it takes, it's pretty heavy stuff. It says, hey, we're having an uphill battle in Washington. Some people seem like they've had some rough effects, some of the things that they've been saying. And Washington's been taking the tools away from us. We're battling to keep those tools. And we've got people here who are saying you don't need those tools. And the people in Washington who they're battling against, they're trying to use those comments that are made by folks from here too. So it's a tough thing, but they're inspiring. She does not deliver lame speeches. I could tell you that. Like, I think that was so good. It deserved like its own press conference. Like when you see the president deliver his own address, like if she went live and did something like that, poof, the eyes of everyone would be on it. It's such a big deal. I would be watching. We'd rebroadcast it too because it was pretty heavy. But we're going to get her on. And I know she's got a meeting at 9 o'clock too. So we're going to try to get her in to talk about that and some of the other issues too. And I would play it now, but it's like 15 minutes long. By the way, it's the fastest 15 minutes you'll ever experience because it's a good listen. It just goes right by. I couldn't believe that it was 15 minutes because of how quickly that went by. I listened to it a bunch of times. Plus, I had to make that fancy little video with the audio meter and all that stuff. So, I had to be listening to that more than just there. And then I had to clean up the audio to make sure I got rid of the background sounds, blah, 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 technical. But it blows right by because it's not lame. I'm telling you, it's heavy. Well, yikes. Well, let's do this real quick before we get to that. Let's talk about some of the traffic that's out there on the road today while you're out there getting around. I know it's an important deal for you guys trying to get everywhere you're going. And by the way, today's one of those days where there's going to be a lot going on all over the place. So we want to make sure that we can get you, my goodness, there it is, get you guys the latest traffic. And let's crank it up a notch. There we go. Take that, Emerald. All right, there you go. That's the current look of traffic in Saipan, and now we're done. No, just kidding. You know what's amazing? Yesterday, we were seeing more traffic in Tinian yesterday than what we were seeing in Saipan yesterday morning. Can you believe that? At least as far as congestion goes. So we are going to take a look at Tinian. You can see where they're doing all that work over there by Northfield where those guys are gathering. There's a lot of traffic, especially it's even a slowdown by the bend over there by the Tinian International Airport. And when you get down to San Jose, things are going pretty good. But when you're going back road to get back to that airport, to get back to that divert, you can tell where everybody is driving back and forth. All right, let's get back over to Saipan real quick, where things look relatively tame. Oh my gosh, that reminds me, we're going to talk about this right now. Cagman's looking okay, and over there in San Vicente, he's looking all right. Not even a blemish. Over there by Shell Dan, things are, there's a little bit of traffic creeped up over there by Dalhousie Drive, but other than that, not too bad. The college looks good. We're going to scroll down past Toon Joaquin Doi. Oh, a bunch of folks over there at the intersection by Guan. Oh, where? But it's not too bad. Over there in Chalumpiao, it's pretty good as well. Down by the post office and Great Harvest, everything's fine. Other than that, things are moving smoothly around Saipan. The old AK intersection looked good, but not as good as the intersection that matters at the place where connections matter, IT&E. You've got some cars trying to make their way up to that Middle Road intersection and coming from Middle Road, but it could be they're just trying to go and capture a little piece of Paul Guerrero's awesomeness on the fly. Over there by the Guadalupe intersection by the courthouse, there's a bunch of traffic too. Most of it's making their way south, and you're going to see a lot when you get closer to Garapan, especially by the light by the museum. A lot of cars are getting held up by the lights. A lot of work going on over there, and a lot of people and a lot of vehicles over there. So expect a little bit of a slowdown when you get there. When you get into Garapan, though, it is slow on northbound on Beach Road in front of DFS all the way down to AMP. In fact, they're going to be doing a groundbreaking today because they're going to start this roundabout project. They're going to be kicking that off today, so that's pretty exciting as well. It's also a little bit busy over there by the tennis court / pickleball court, so you don't worry about slowing down over there. That's just going to be what happened. I love it. I love it, Luisa. I wasn't watching live, and I commented on what you said earlier. That's great. That is just great. Hey, that's a problema, Luisa. Great to see you. Anyway, speaking of seeing you, you can see yourself behind the wheel of a cool new vehicle over there at Atkins Kroll Toyota. They've got great deals. They've got great prices. They've got down payment assistance, and they've got great salespeople, great service staff, not to mention that great GM over there, Tracy Guerrero. She's super cool, but not as cool as you're going to be when you pull off that lot in your new hybrid RAV4, your Corolla, your Camry, your Tundra, and your Tacoma. Well, maybe not all at the same time. You just pick one and you can leave from there, and you're going to look mighty fine. Give them a call today, 234-5911, and they will help you look cool as you're getting around. Plus, you want to have that nice, dependable vehicle. You got the great service over there. I love it. Their service is outstanding. They got the top-notch folks. They got the newest stuff, and gotta love it. Luis is saying, I'm about to get me a van like yours with these dang gas prices. I know. I can't believe it. And they're looking to go up. If Iran has its way, they're saying right now. By the way, I think this is where it takes its turn, this battle in the Middle East, because I know there's a lot of folks on both sides who are making some comments. Well, there's not a whole lot of both sides on this. Both sides being in favor of it and against it. I think most people are kind of in the middle, like, geez, we got another one of these going on. But any country that's on the sidelines, when based on what Iran put out today, I think this is where they get in, and it's not going to be a happy ending for them because Iran is not in Garapan. It says Iran tells the world to get ready for oil at $200 a barrel as it fires on merchant ships. That is where it's going to go crazy. I'm just saying, you're going to see, I think this is where you're going to find out all of a sudden these countries that maybe didn't care as much are going to be like, yeah, this is a fight for the freedom of the Iranian people. I think that's where everyone's going to get fired up because nobody wants to pay those kind of gas prices, and I think that's going to be the coalition right there. Anyway, good morning to you. Frankie Hart saying, good morning, Brad. Our representative sounds sharp. Go Bills. Go Bills indeed. And the Bills picking up some, they restructured Josh Allen's contract to free up like $12 million worth of cap space, and they signed Bradley Chubb. That's right. That's not my nickname or my rap name, I know. But the defensive lineman from the Miami Dolphins. I thought the dude was good. So now we're going to see what he could do in Buffalo blue. I know. And then you see about Max Crosby. Max Crosby's trade got nixed. So what happens? Instead of taking Max Crosby, what do the Ravens do? They go out and get Trey Hendrickson. Come on. It's a double blow. It's a tough one for the Cincinnati fans like Norman Del Rosario and everyone who has to play against Baltimore. Baltimore, why do they keep finding a way to get scarier and scarier? They just make it happen. Good morning, Brad Zantalto Marianas. That's from Melanie May. Oh, Melanie Wanyog, so great to see you this morning. All right, let's talk about something that we heard last night, or not last night, but yesterday afternoon. And we are going to have him in, and we got to keep a clear mind on this. Department of Public Works. I know. Secretary Umel was talking about it yesterday. Oh. Talk about putting speed bumps on Middle Road. They call them speed tables, but on Middle Road. Middle Road. Speed tables. They're speed bumps. I don't care what you call it. They're speed bumps. Yeah, I know. They're going to need to change the name of Challen Polly Arnold to Holy Crap because they're going to do this. I can't believe it. I could not believe it. And so I wasn't super diplomatic in the question that I asked. I didn't ask it out loud because, I mean, you can't do it. That wasn't my part of the forum. Plus, it wouldn't be super nice. But if that was my part of the economic forum, I would have said, all right, who came up with this idea? Whose idea was it to put speed bumps on Middle Road? Middle Road, the main traffic artery for the island of Saipan. You're going to put speed bumps on it. Brad, they're not speed bumps. They're speed tables. Same thing. Oh, my God. Well, you know, we want to do it. No. Someone's going to talk about this one. Like, I could not believe it. I'm scrolling back for it now because I want to get the exact slide to where that was. I could not believe it. I know it's not appropriate to throw tomatoes at presenters, so I didn't. Also, I don't want to be that guy. But and I'm really saying it kind of jokingly. But I'm not kidding about this part that I could not believe it. If anyone was looking at me at that time, they would have been like, oh, I could tell that Brad does not like this. Hold on. I'm looking for the exact slide. Here we go. All right. Yeah, this is the slide right here because we are going to pop that one. We're going to share that on the screen with you guys. I can't believe it. Speed bumps. Speed tables. I know. It's semantics. It's the same thing. Yeah, Saipan Neni. How about crosswalks with lights so we know people need to cross? I'm with you. Yep. And it's not a cheap one, by the way. Let's open this up. I got it here. It's not going to be the best. I just opened it up to take a quick photo. It wasn't supposed to be like perfect. I was going to fancy it up later, but let's get that on the screen for you. And here, can I move this around? Come here. Yeah, I just got to move. I just got to get my big head out of the way here. There we go. Oh, no. We're going to do it again. We're going to try it one more without the... I got those white blocks on the side there for when people send us the other stuff. So this is it. Don't worry about the top part. The top part's about Texas Road and stuff like that. That's something else which will be nice. They know it's going to be tough to do it, but that's going to be like from like Marianas High School going south. So that's going to be nice. That's not the connector all the way over to Chalmers Senior Guerrero. No, that's different. But Route 30 right there, Middle Road, speed tables. The proposed speed tables are located at existing crosswalks at Transamerica, by bus stops at Sherwin-Williams, or Safety First, Paradise Dental, Chinatown toward Upper Mija, CHC by 99 cents, and Wing Beach. Wing Beach area. You're going to put a speed table up in Marpy because there's so much traffic going on up there. Well, I know why they would do that. They would do that because of the drag race kids. So they've got a total of 8 of them, including necessary signs and markings. And it's not in, they're looking at, they could start construction as soon as December of this year. I have a new name for this. Colossal waste of money. I have another one. Awful decision. It is terrible. Now, the one in Marpy, I don't love, but that could be something for the drag racing thing. But is it that big of a problem? I don't know. I know it's not safe. I know it's illegal. Is that the best deal? I don't know. It says they're better putting flashing white lights and before they reach the crosswalk. I'm with you. It says, yes, please. So if people are in the ambulance racing to get to the hospital, the patient's going to be shaken violently, hitting speed bumps, getting to the hospital. Can you imagine? I know, it's nuts. So they need to worry about school zones, especially after yesterday's incident. Yeah. I'm telling you, now buy the single lane roads like that, and buy schools. That's different. That's different. But you're going to put a whole bunch of them on Middle Road, the main artery for traffic in Saipan. Yes, that is terrible. The main. Somebody came up with this. And I'm sure I'm positive they're well-intentioned. But it's a terrible idea. It is. I will give you you can come on and talk to me about it, please. And I will not beat you up about it. But I'm telling you, this sounds like a crazy idea. The main road that we have, you are going to put speed bumps on it. You think traffic is... No, it is not a good idea. Lights. You need freaking lights. That's what it is. These things don't happen. You need lights. It's not because people are driving too fast. It's because people can't see anything because our roads are so dark. Spend that $500,000 and put on a whole bunch of lights that work and brighten it up out there. Put on real crosswalks. Because that's it. It's tough. Jeff says, how about actual sidewalks for the bikes and pedestrians? Gas is expensive. Roads are dangerous. Why no sidewalks? Yes. Why no sidewalks? It's easy for me to put on a cape, become a superhero known as Captain Hindsight. But the issue, like when they created those roads, now they tried with the Beach Road project to fix that. But GPPC, bless their hearts, some of those sidewalks and those curbs, man, from a non-engineer guy, all these places that lost access to their places, that lost the ease of access to the parking lots and all that stuff, like right down the street right here, Modern. Right? You got Modern Stationery. There's now like a 12-inch drop off the sidewalk to get to all those parking lots that they have, parking spaces that they have. So they've got to either raise their, and it's not like it's all driveway. There's only like one inlet and one exit, and then that big drop. They didn't have to do that. They could have just made the sidewalk all the way pretty flat with those nice little rolling curbs. Laddie built, they screwed that part of it up also by trying to do the same thing. Like, why would you do that and eliminate parking spaces and ease of access at all these other places? So whoever's on top of those things needs to really be there with them. Now, they were able to cut down some of that stuff, at least over at Laddiebill, but they made him sign like a waiver. You know, like, you're signing a waiver. Why don't you just plan it right the first time and put those sidewalks in? In fact, yeah, I won't bring up the other ones, but it's tough. Toby says, people crossing the road in dark clothes at dusk or dark is dangerous. Lights are the key, or only cross at crosswalks. Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. It is terrible because it's hard to see people. I am almost thinking I don't like I drive in the middle lane as much as possible because of those people hanging out on the side of the roads too, wearing dark clothes. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad when people get it. I agree. Tragic too. But the lights and the lack of lights on dark roads. Okay, good. Thank you. Hold on, I have to say thank you. Thank you for the update. Ooh, all caps. I hate that. All right. So that's from our Congresswoman. She's on the way. She's actually, you know what she's doing? She still takes the time when she's here. It's not all business, even though it is all business. She still has to go and be like everybody else out here and, you know, pay tribute to folks at the funerals and all that other stuff on top of everything else she has to do while balancing everything that's happening at the national level and with the folks here and how it impacts the folks here back home. She still has to go and do all that stuff. And she's fitting that in for me before she does her 9 o'clock later too. So I'm thankful for that. All right, and then he says, how about we just put the $500,000 to PSS so our kids go to school and not use it for middle road speed bumps? That's a tough one. Oh, and Lisa says, not to mention how the road is higher than the gutters in certain spots. Higher? It should, right? Unless the gutters shouldn't be higher than the road. But, right, because you want it to flow into them. I think I know what you mean. But I'm telling you that, yeah, the Beach Road project, it is so much better now that it's done. They beat us into submission with that project. But at least it's done. One of the other things that they talked about, by the way, DPW is doing a great job overall. This is not a bang on those guys. They've got a lot going on, especially when they finish that project, that new road that they've got is at Route 36 on the Back Island Road. They're going to connect it all the way to Bird Island. And then they're going to fix that part between Bird Island and Grotto that all the construction vehicles tore up. Yeah, they tore it up. It's awful because they used all those big vehicles on that road that, to be fair, you know, the drainage might not be great over there, but it was also porous and probably not made for heavy duty construction because all those vehicles tore it up. So now all of our tourists, when they're going out to Bird Island, you can either take the paved road coming down Kingfisher until it turns into your back Coral Road that's not great at all. Or you could take the paved road all the way up to Marpee, go down past the S-curves going down the hill past that super nice Saipan sign, and then it is Buck and Bronco all the way over to Bird Island. I know, it's crazy. Yep, I got you, Louisa. I figured that's what you meant. No sweat. Yes, is the answer to that. It says beer is now cheaper than gas. Drink, don't drive. That's a good idea. Brought to you by a guy whose last name is Beer. I love it. The spelling's different. Still, it's great. So anyway, while we wait for our Congresswoman to get here, what do you guys think? Thanks for letting us know. Feel free to give us a call, by the way, at 789 2323. 670-789-2323. Now, when the Congresswoman calls, we're not going to have a whole lot of time this time because she does have that other engagement. So I know I'm not going to be able to get your calls in for her during this interview that we've got with her. But it will be an opportunity to hear a lot of what she's got going on. By the way, I want to tell you about two things. Doing this history project that we're working on that I'm really excited about Battle of Saipan kind of stuff. That's one. And this is going to be a test of what we're able to put together. I've got a great script for the whole thing. We're going to be doing the voiceover now. Worked up a bunch of the music through AI, and now it's just about gathering a bunch of stuff for the archive. So I'm excited about that project. That's number one. Number two, excited about another interview project that I've got going on. I don't want to pull the curtain back on it until it's done, but I've been having a lot of fun getting to know somebody different in Saipan who's got a great story, and I can't wait to put this together. And we're going to have an interview with them live, but there's so much groundwork to do before this interview, and you'll understand it when we get there. But I'm just sharing the excitement and not trying to be a tease on that kind of info. But it's such a great thing, and it's something that I don't think that would have been available like 20 years ago. I'm really pretty stoked about this whole thing. All right. Segment idea coming from Saipan Nenny. Have people write in asking for advice and have a guest or just you answer to help them engage with viewers. I'd like that idea. Ask Nenny. What do you think? It'll be a special segment that we've got. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. We'll be back with more. We'll have another news update, too. We'll be right back. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect, denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability? You have rights. NM Posse is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NM Posse's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness and provides information about your rights, advocacy and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NM Posse today at 670-235-7273 or 7274, or email gborja@nmposse.org.
Alarm clock bark, sky still gray, radio clicks on, static haze. Good morning, Marianas, in my face. Brad yelling, wake up, Saipan, no escape. Coffee burns my lip, he laughs in my kitchen. Talks like he knows every bruise that I am in. Good morning, Marianas. Rise up, Saipan. Hearts on the harbor, headlines in his hand. Good morning, Marianas. traffic on Beach Road. Kids half dressed. He jokes about rain and unpaid rent. Says call the show, tell me what you regret. Then plays our song like a second chance bet. He says say your name, we say it like a prayer. Through busted speakers we are almost there. Good morning Marianas, rise up Saipan. Shacks and condos all sing with the fan. Good morning Marianas, old scars, new daylight. Brad talks nonsense, somehow gets it right. Who is this voice in my cracked dashboard? Why does it feel like he is keeping score of every tired island soul dragged out of bed? Every maybe I will make it spinning in my head. Good morning Marianas, rise up Saipan. Bad roads, good stories, all part of the plan. Good morning Marianas, yeah, shout it again. Brad says you are awake, so start living it then.
All right, good morning, Mariana. So welcome back. 8:41 here in the morning on Thursday, and that man, Eric, I'm with you, brother. That song gets me going. I get fired up. Like, I love it. All right, well, it is a good morning, and we are just moments away. Any moment now, walking through the door is going to be our Congresswoman, and we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. And while we've got her on here, and man, oh man, what a great weather update that we got from Landon Islet earlier today, because we needed it. I know it's going to be rainy for the next week, but knowing that it's not this crazy big storm and that it kind of dissipated a lot of it overnight. But that doesn't mean it's going to be easy over here. We still have weather statements going on out here. What does that mean? Does that mean weather? There's my statement. No, it's a special weather statement. There's a flood watch in effect that is in effect until tomorrow night at 6 p.m. The special weather statement is talking about like the severe thunderstorms and stuff like that that could be coming. Right now, though, we're looking at scattered showers and thunderstorms, then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm in the afternoon. Some of the storms could produce heavy rainfall. Mostly cloudy skies, high near 85. Winds out of the south are going to start picking up a little bit too, but a 60% chance of rain. Well, it was already raining today, and you can take a look at the sky behind us, and you know it's going to be a little bit because that's it. Tonight, though, the wind's going to pick up a little bit more, and gusts as high as 20 miles per hour, and the chance of rain tonight, 70%. So if you were thinking about a nice walk under the stars, might not work out that way for you. How about Friday? Well, Friday, whatever's left of that storm, whether it gets bigger or not, is going to be here pretty much in full effect. At least it'll be right knocking on our doorstep. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm tomorrow. Gusts going to be getting up to 30 miles an hour.